Do you want to start a garden, but you just don't know where to start? I have been there before. I have 5 simple steps to planning and starting your garden. Step 1, make a list. What produce do you buy the most from the grocery store? Well, some fruits and veggies can be trickier to grow in some areas, like pineapples, bananas, avocados. Others, like strawberries, lettuce, tomato, peppers, cucumbers, are pretty hardy for most climates as long as you follow the basic planting suggestions on the back of each seed packet. Step 2 is the fun part, picking out and buying your seeds. But beware, it's going to be really tricky to stick to the list. I can already assure you now. There are so many different sources to buying seeds, from online, where I think you will have the widest selection to choose from, to your local box stores, nurseries, feed stores, grocery stores. I've even seen them at the dollar store. Some of my favorite sources online are Botanical Interests, Johnny Seeds, M.I. Gardener, Azure Standard. Even Etsy has a huge variety of seeds. I will link my favorites in the description box. Step 3, read the information and the planting instructions on the back of the packet. Let's take these black crim tomatoes, for example. It is recommended to start these seeds 4 to 6 weeks inside before they're safe to plant outside, 1 to 2 weeks after your last frost date. Step 4, find your average first and last frost dates for your area. To find your average first and last frost date for your area, it's a simple search. Type in "find my average first and last frost date for my area," and you will have plenty of options that pop up. For example purposes, I will click on the Farmer's Almanac and I will type in my zip code. It says here my average last spring frost is June 13th and my average first fall frost is August 30th, giving me an average of 77 days for my growing season. Step 5, grab a calendar, a garden journal, a spreadsheet if you prefer. It's time to plan your days of starting your seeds. Calendars, garden journals, and spreadsheets are not only great at setting dates on when to start your seeds and transplant them outside, but also great to take notes throughout the gardening season so you can reflect back on previous years of what you learned and possibly what you will or won't do again. Now that you have your list of what you want to grow, your seeds, you know your average first and last frost dates, it's time to make a plan of when you start your seeds based off of the instructions on the seed packets. Another handy tool for planning on when to start your seeds is this Clyde's Garden Planner. You're going to want to work backwards based on the time frame of when you would like to plant in the ground. Going back to the tomatoes, for example, the packet says to start the seeds indoors 4 to 6 weeks before transplanting outside and about 1 to 2 weeks after the average last frost date. If my average last frost date is around June 13th, then I'm going to start my seeds 6 weeks earlier, around the end of April, no later than the first week of May. I hope these 5 tips help simplify planting your garden. Check back for part 2 of this video where I will be going over everything that's needed to start the seeds and all of the products I use to start them.